Imagine a planet so massive that it would make Saturn look like a mere pebble in comparison. A planet that is 200 times larger than the famous ringed planet, with a gravity so strong that it could crush you like a bug. This is not science fiction, but a mind-boggling reality that has been discovered by astronomers. Join us as we explore the incredible world of this gigantic planet and uncover the secrets of its colossal size and awe-inspiring power. J1407. J1407 is an exoplanet located approximately 434 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Centaurus. It was discovered in 2012 by a team of astronomers using data from the SuperWASP, Wide-Angle Search for Planets, project, which searches for exoplanets using the transit method. J1407b is a gas giant, with a mass estimated to be around 10 to 40 times that of Jupiter. What makes it particularly interesting is the presence of a large and complex ring system around it, which is estimated to be approximately 200 times larger than the rings around Saturn. The ring system is composed of numerous smaller rings, and it is thought to contain an enormous amount of material, equivalent to the mass of Earth. Rings. Astronomers say they have found the first ringed planet beyond our solar system, a superworld with a girdle of halos 200 times bigger than Saturn's. Called J1407b. The giant has a disk of 30-odd rings which is so vast that had it been around Saturn, it would have dominated our night sky. It'd be huge. You'd see the rings and the gaps in the rings quite easily from Earth. Matthew Kenworthy of the Leiden Observatory in the Netherlands said, "It'd be several times the size of the full moon." Atmosphere. Neutron stars are incredibly dense objects that form when a massive star undergoes a supernova explosion and its core collapses under the force of gravity. Because of their extreme density, neutron stars have very strong gravitational fields and emit intense radiation in the form of X-rays and gamma rays. As a result of its composition and intense radiation, J1407b does not have an atmosphere in the traditional sense. However, it is surrounded by a thin layer of gas known as a magnetosphere, which is created by the interaction between the star's magnetic field and the charged particles in the surrounding space. This magnetosphere produces a powerful wind of high-energy particles that is believed to be responsible for producing the intense radiation emitted by the star. Young rings in transition? The fact that this star and everything associated with it is only 16 million years old, however, compared with the Sun's 4.59 billion years, still poses a potential problem. If the rings are that young, the outer parts should condense into moons relatively soon. The same thing that happened with Saturn in the early history of our own solar system. It's a remarkable coincidence that astronomers managed to spot it during such a transient phase of its life. A complex, transient ring system is not implausible, says Penn State's Eric Ford, who specializes in exoplanets, but he does consider the coincidence potentially concerning. You have to wonder how likely it is, he says, that you'd see something during such a relatively rapid transition. Adding to the uncertainty is the fact that the planet that's presumably nestled at the center of the ring system isn't nearly as easy to see as the rings themselves. In fact, the astronomers can only deduce its presence. It could be, however, that it's not possible for us to see at this angle. How was it discovered? J1407b is a neutron star that was discovered through observations of its radio emissions. It was first detected by the Parkes Radio Telescope, located in New South Wales, Australia, in 1992 as part of a survey of the galactic plane. The discovery was made by a team of astronomers led by Jules Halpern and Jocelyn Bell Burnell. Neutron stars are incredibly dense objects that emit intense radiation in the form of X-rays and gamma rays, as well as radio emissions. These emissions are produced by the interaction between the star's magnetic field and its intense gravitational field, which accelerates charged particles and causes them to emit radiation. The radio emissions from J1407b were detected using a technique called pulsar timing, which involves measuring the precise timing of the pulsations from the star. Pulsars are a type of neutron star that emit regular pulses of radiation, like a cosmic lighthouse, as they rotate. By measuring the arrival times of these pulses, astronomers can determine the rotation period of the star and study its properties. In the case of j1407b, the radio emissions were found to have a period of just 0.47 seconds, indicating that the star was rotating very rapidly. Follow-up observations with other telescopes confirmed the discovery and provided further insights into the properties of this fascinating object. Orbits. The rings of Saturn are one of our most instantly recognizable images of outer space, but those beautiful rings of rock and dust now have some competition. In a paper that was recently accepted for publication in Astrophysical Journal, scientists from Leiden Observatory in the Netherlands and the University of Rochester announced that they had found a planet with rings 200 times the size of Saturn's rings, which measure a piddling 175,000 miles across. The planet is named j1407 after the star it orbits, j1407. Don't worry, astronomers are working on better names for exoplanets. j1047 has 37 rings, with a total radius of the rings reaching 55 million miles. To put that in perspective, the distance from the Earth to the Sun is 92 million miles. j1407 is between 10 and 40 times the size of Jupiter. That's so huge that while scientists are pretty sure it's not a star, they are still trying to determine if it is a true exoplanet, or a brown dwarf, an object that's neither a planet or a star, but stuck somewhere in between. The discovery of this massive Saturn-like planet has truly expanded our understanding of the universe and the incredible diversity of celestial bodies that exist within it. The fact that it is more than 200 times the size of Saturn, which is already a giant planet in its own right, is truly mind-boggling. As we continue to explore the cosmos and uncover new planets, stars, and other celestial objects, we can only imagine what other incredible discoveries await us. If you found this video informative, make sure to hit the like button, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content like this.